Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to share with you what I got on my Ipsy bag for the month of August, and this is the bag right here. This is another try on style video, so I tried the products on my face as I shared them with you, and this is the look I came up with using some of the products. So if you'd like to see what I got in my bag this month, then please keep watching. Okay, so here's my Ipsy bag for August. It says Wild and Free on it. It has this little gold tassel to pull the zipper. The first thing in here I'm not going to actually use right now. It's a face cleanser, so it's from the brand Hey Honey. It's their Come Clean Propolis and Minerals facial scrub, and it says it cleanses and exfoliates for all skin types. I am really excited to give this a try though, because I love the Hey Honey Based on Mucho lip balm. I have that on my lips right now. I also got this from Ipsy before, but I do really like this, so I'm excited to try this as well since I love that other lip balm so much. Okay, the next product in here is a little, what is this? A concealer BB cream. So it is from the brand, I think the brand is YADAH, Y-A-D-A-H, and it says it is Silky Fit Concealer BB Power Brightening with SPF 34. It's a triple function BB cream, whitening, anti-wrinkle, and sunscreen cosmetics. This is made in Korea, so it's a Korean beauty brand, and it just says to apply to the face with your fingertips to blur imperfections and illuminate the skin. And it says this BB cream naturally covers up your skin and gives your skin all day long a delicate, beautiful appearance. I can't find anywhere where it says what the shade is. The shade might be in Korean because there's some writing on here that's not in English, so I don't see anywhere that says the shade on here, which is kind of weird. I think when I was on the Ipsy website, I think it said that I got like the light or medium shade. I don't know. So I'm gonna try this on my face. It's kind of weird. I don't know why on the little picture, if you could see on the tube, there's like two shades, but then the actual product is just one shade, so I don't get it. I think maybe if you have the full size, it's supposed to have like two products in here. I'm not sure exactly. This feels like really nice and creamy. It feels like it has a nice consistency. I don't know if it's going to be the right color for me. It looks a little bit pink, so it might be a little bit too pink for me. I don't know. Like, it blends really nicely. I'm worried it's going to look too pink on my skin. Before I put that on, I'm just going to put on some primer. I'm going to use the Too Faced Hanover RX Replenishing Face Primer. And now I'm going to try putting this on my face. It says to use your fingers to apply it, so I guess I'll use my fingers. If that doesn't work, then I'll try a beauty blender. I'm just hoping that this doesn't make me look too pink or too orange. I didn't want that to happen. So it doesn't seem to apply like badly with my fingers, but I would rather use a beauty blender. So that's what I'm gonna do. Or this isn't actually a beauty blender. This is the EcoTools blending sponge, but you know, basically the same thing. Okay, so after applying that just to this area, the color doesn't look too bad. But for being a BB cream, it seems like it actually has pretty good coverage. Like, definitely not full coverage or anything, but for a BB cream, it's pretty good. So after blending that out, it actually doesn't look bad, I don't think. It has a very natural finish. It's not too much coverage. I would prefer something that has a little bit more coverage, just in my own opinion. That's just what I'm used to doing with foundation. I usually go for more medium to full coverage. This is more light to medium, I would say. But considering that's a BB cream, I don't think it's too bad. And you can, you know, just cover up any areas with concealer that you need more coverage. So far it's not too bad. It feels like slightly tacky. It's not matte, but it's not shiny looking. Like, it kind of looks like a natural to matte finish. It feels good on my skin. It kind of smells like a little bit like sunscreen, like a tiny bit like sunscreen. I don't like the smell of sunscreen, so it's not like too bad. Like, I don't notice it too much, but yeah, it smells a little bit like sunscreen, just a little bit. I'm just gonna put on some concealer and then set my face and then move on to the rest of my bag. Isn't this music beautiful? I love this music. It's from a movie I just watched. So I just did my brows, set my face and everything. Actually, I don't think that my face looks bad. Like, even though that BB cream wasn't a full coverage foundation, I don't think it looks bad. And once I set my face and put some concealer on, I think it helped with the color a little bit. I don't think I look too pink right now. It worked pretty well. I wouldn't say that this is like one of my favorite products. I don't feel like I'm gonna reach for it too much, but I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just because I prefer more of a full coverage product. But if you're someone that likes less coverage or a more natural look and feel, then you might really like this. So the next couple products in here are for your eyes. This is a little eyeshadow from the Balm Cosmetics. It is the Balm Voyage Volume 2 Travel eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Willkommen. So it's a little brown eyeshadow. I love the little cases for the Balm Cosmetics. I think they're so adorable. They look like little books. I think they're so cute. It's just a typical brown eyeshadow. Oh, it swatches pretty nice. It feels very creamy. It doesn't, not shimmery, but it has a little bit of a sheen to it. So this is a little shadow, super cute. So I don't know if you can tell, it looks like it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not shimmery or anything. So I'll use that on my eyes. And then the other product that is in this little bag is a mascara. It is from the brand Makeup Forever. It's their Excessive Lash Arresting Volume Mascara in this little container right here. I'm really happy to get mascaras in my Ipsy bags. That's one of my favorite things to get. I got the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara in one of my previous Ipsy bags, and I was really happy with that. So I always like getting new mascaras because it's nice to try out new mascaras, and having these little testers, like these little travel size ones, is nice because you can try it out without having to waste a whole product, you know. So here's the little mascara. I like the packaging. It's very pretty. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna like the brush because it's not that fat of a brush. It's kind of skinny. It's not too skinny. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Usually I prefer brushes that are a little bit fatter and have more fluffy fibers, if you know what I mean. Bristles. So for the eyeshadow, I'm gonna use my Morphe MB23 brush. It's just a basic fluffy blending brush. I'm just going to dip that into the eyeshadow. Okay, before I put that on, I forgot I need to set my lid. I put some primer on. It's the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Eden. And I'm gonna just use this cream shade right over here just to set my lid. It's pretty close to my skin tone. It's a Morphe shadow. It's from the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. So I'm just going to set my entire lid with that so that the shadow blends nicely on top. So that song that you heard a little snippet of, it's from the soundtrack to the movie Testament of Youth, which I just watched 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago? I had never heard of that movie before, but I saw the trailer because I was on YouTube and I was watching like Game of Thrones videos on YouTube because, you know, the season just ended. So to handle my withdrawal of Game of Thrones, I'm watching videos on YouTube. And since I was watching Game of Thrones videos, one of the suggested videos was a trailer for a movie that had Kit Harington in it. And if you don't know, Kit Harington plays Jon Snow on Game of Thrones. That's how it was related. So it was for the movie called Testament of Youth, which I had never heard of. And I guess it came out in 2014 or 2015. But I watched the trailer because I was like, it looks interesting. And also, Alicia Vikander, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Like, I originally thought you pronounced it Alicia Vikander, but I saw something where she pronounced it, and I think she said Alicia Vikander because she's from Sweden. But anyway, she's also in that, and she is from The Light Between Oceans and Danish Girl and a few other movies. She's a really good actress, and she's like super pretty. So anyway, she is also in that movie. So I watched the trailer and I was like, oh my gosh, this movie looks really good. I'm really interested in watching it. So I watched it a couple nights ago. And it was like one of the best movies I've ever watched. It was so good, but it was so sad. If you watch that movie, expect to cry, even if you don't normally cry in movies, because I am like an emotional person, but I don't like to cry for movies. I just have this thing about crying for movies. Like, I get kind of like embarrassed because when I was younger, my mom has always been a person that always cries for movies. And me and my sister, when we were little, we would make fun of her. Because I don't know, we didn't understand yet, like, that when you watch a sad movie you can cry because we were little, we were like little kids, so we would like laugh and we thought it was funny and we would make fun of her. And I used to have this joke when I was like a little kid that my mom would cry watching Barney, which she didn't cry watching Barney, but that was my little joke. My little growing up making fun of crying for movies with my mom kind of made me not want to cry in movies because I was like embarrassed. I don't know, it's weird. But now I do cry for movies if it's a sad movie or a sad show. Like, I do. I am an emotional person, you know, movies make me sad sometimes. I don't cry all the time, but I do cry sometimes. And this movie made me cry so much. Like, it was so sad. Like, it was one of those movies that really makes you think about things afterwards. Like, there's certain movies that you just watch because they're interesting and it's either funny or there's like adventures or whatever going on, and, you know, you watch it because it's exciting, blah blah blah, like superhero movies. But you know, there's also those movies that really make you like feel things and like think about things and have like experience emotions, you know, like cathartic movies. And this was one of those movies, and I just thought it was so good. Like, I just love it. And the music in the movie is amazing. It's all like instrumental music, it's not like singing or anything, but I love music. It's so beautiful. So I've been listening to the music on Spotify now because I love it. If you haven't heard of that movie or you don't know anything about it, definitely I would recommend watching the trailer or even watching the whole movie, but just watch the trailer at least because it is so good. It's basically, it's based on during World War I in Britain. It's based on this girl named Vera, and she wants to go to college at Oxford, and it's basically like her life around that time with her group of friends, or like her brother, this guy that she likes, and then this other guy that is their friend. It's basically like her life, like preparing to go to college, wanting to go to college. That's her dream, wanting to be a writer. And then the war starts, and then, you know, they're all the men in her life basically that are young, like the young adults in her life, basically all go off to the war. And it's basically how she handles that and how she deals with that and how they deal with it. And, you know, not just her, but her parents, just the whole society. And it's partly like a love story, partly like about women's rights, partly about the war. I don't know, it's just, I think it's a beautiful story. And it's based on a true story because it's actually based on a book that was written by Vera Brittain. Her book is a memoir, and then they adapted it into a movie. So actually that makes it more sad for me because it's based on a true story. I thought it was a great movie. I would definitely recommend that movie, especially if you want to watch like a movie that's gonna make you sad or cry. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, you just feel like watching those types of movies. But anyway, now I'm going to try the eyeshadow from the Balm Cosmetics. I'm just going to add it in my crease, blend it all around. This eyeshadow is actually applying really nicely. It has really good pigmentation and is blending out really well. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just going to finish off that eye real quick with some shadows from my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette. This is the Volume 2 Rainforest of the Sea palette. I'm just going to do a wing real quick for my liner, and then I'm going to move on to the mascara. Gotta drink my coffee. Isn't this mug cute? It has a pug and a pumpkin. It's so cute. Now I want it to be fall and Halloween. Can't wait for fall. Okay, now I'm gonna put on my mascara. It is the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Mascara that was in the bag. So gonna give this a try. Hopefully it will be good. I feel like I always make a weird face or expression or like awkward body movement when I'm doing my mascara. I just can't help it. So that's how one coat looks. I don't know if you can tell yet, really. I'm gonna do the bottom now. Okay, so since the brush is thin, it does work a lot better on my lower lashes than my upper lashes. I think it actually did a pretty good job for my lower lashes, and it's easy to get precisely up to your lash line without getting a ton on your skin. But I don't really like it for my upper lashes too much. I think it's a little bit too small of a brush. And now that I'm adding another coat, it looks like it's starting to get a bit clumpy. So I don't think that it's going to be one of my favorite mascaras because now I'm kind of getting spidery lashes, and I basically always do at least 2 coats of mascara with all my mascaras. So it's normal for me to do 2, and it's already starting to get clumpy, so that's not really a good sign. I would say that this is probably going to be a mascara that I would only use on my lower lashes going forward. Just to kind of fix my upper lashes a little bit, I'm going to just use a little bit of my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara just to try to separate them where they look a little bit too clumpy and spidery. So the last thing in my little bag is this little guy. It is a shimmer bronzer in the shade Flush, and it's from the brand Hikari Cosmetics. And it has 4 shades in here. It looks like the 2 bronze shades are basically the same, and then there's 2 blush shades. And they all look like they have a sheen or shimmer to them a little bit. So over here, I swatched them mixed together. It actually looks really pink for like a bronzer, but I don't know. But they feel nice, they feel creamy, they don't feel too chalky or anything. I might just use it for blush. I'm just going to contour real quick before I use that, so I'll be right back. So I'm just going to use this Moda Pro pointed blush brush. I love this brush. And I'm just going to kind of like dip it in, kind of mix these shades all together. Not bad. I like how that looks kind of as a blush. So I think it's like a pretty color, and it seems to blend and apply pretty nicely, but the thing is I feel like my base isn't exactly perfect, my base foundation, just because I used that BB cream, which wasn't full coverage. You know, it kind of looks like around this area it's breaking up a little bit where I kind of have some texture right there, and I don't think that looks too good because since it's like a shimmery type of blush bronzer, unfortunately it's going to emphasize texture. But I mean, I like the shade. I think it looks nice and it blends nicely. I'll try this again with a foundation that I like just to see if it works any better, to give it a fair shot. So that's everything that was in my Ipsy bag for August. My favorite product in here is probably this eyeshadow from the Balm Cosmetics. I mean, it's just a brown eyeshadow, but I didn't have any problems with it. It applies pretty nicely. I think it looks nice in my crease. It blended very well. So this is probably my favorite. So I would say that this month's bag was like okay. There's nothing in here that was like super impressive. There's nothing in here that I was really excited about, really. I don't know. I would say this is an okay bag. And by the way, yeah, this video for Ipsy is going up super late. I think today is, what's today? Today is the 31st, so I'm probably going to post this tomorrow on Friday, which will be September 1st. So it's not gonna be August anymore. I'm filming it so late because I actually didn't get my bag till like a couple days ago. And that's because it was delivered to me in my mailbox, but when I went in the mailbox, it wasn't there. So I think either the mail person lost it or they put it in someone else's mailbox by mistake and that person just kept it. I had to wait for them to resend me the bag. So that's why my unboxing video is going up so late this month. Just wanted to let you guys know. Let me know in the comments what you got this month in your Ipsy bag, what you think about the products. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Yeah, baby.